Now, just a minute. Now, hang on, Mr. Potter, just a minute. Now, look, you're right when you say that my father was no businessman. I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny ant building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anybody else can say anything against his character because his whole life was... Why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy? He never saved enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But he did get a few people out of your slums, Mr. Potter. And what's wrong with that? You're all businessmen here. Don't that make them better citizens? Doesn't that make them better customers? You just said that... What'd you say just a minute ago? They had to wait and save their money before they even thought of a decent home. Wait for what? Until their children grow up and leave them? Until they're so old and broken down that you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000. Just remember this, Mr. Potter. This whole rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent homes and a bath? Anyways, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Why, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building and loan.
I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on and it's galling at you. That's what you're talking about. I know. I've said too much. You're the board here. You do what you want with this thing. There's just one thing more, though. This town needs this measly one-horse institution. If not to have some place people could come to without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.